Alright, hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Casey, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a reading all about how your person feels about you. So today some of the things that we're going to be looking at is, first of all, a full picture of the situation going on between you guys. We're going to see their point of view of the current relationship between you and your point of view, just so we can kind of see if there's any miscommunication, or maybe they're thinking one way, you're thinking another way. Then we're also going to be looking at what are their intentions towards you, what are they planning to do, what do they want to do. Like, maybe they feel a certain way, but are they actually going to put action behind those words? And we're also going to be seeing what card represents you and what card represents them, just to see what kind of compatibility there is, how they're appearing in this situation. Are they scared? Are they confident? So that is kind of what we're going to be looking at today. And I have 3 different piles for you to choose from. Pile 1 with the fox card, pile 2 with the fish card, and pile 3 with the owl card. Now, these 3 cards are just to see which one you feel most drawn to. These ones aren't going to be used in the reading unless they happen to pop up again. So don't overthink like which card you think is them, which card you think is you. Just which cards, which of these energies do you feel most drawn to? Go ahead and pause, figure that out. I've left timestamps down in the description box below so you can quickly jump to whichever reading that you want to listen to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, pile 1. If you chose the fox card, then this is going to be the reading for you. I want to start off by saying that if this doesn't sound like your situation, it doesn't necessarily mean that this reading is for you. It could be that you chose the wrong pile, or it could just be that this video isn't meant for you. The reason why I'm prefacing this is because I can already tell this isn't what you want to hear, but this is what you need to hear, because this is the full honest truth about what I see in this situation. I'm not holding anything back, but if you were looking for something positive, if you were hoping that it was going to say that your person is in love with you and they're going to come back and they want you, you're not going to find that here. So please use your own discretion if this resonates with you or not. I don't want you to feel like, oh, this sounds so horrible, but this is the pile I chose, this must mean that this is the truth. If it doesn't resonate with you, it could be that you chose the wrong pile. This doesn't necessarily reflect what your situation is. That being said, if this does resonate with you, if you do feel like this is the truth of the situation, I am just prefacing it because I don't want you to get your feelings hurt and then suddenly you're super mad. I'll always do my best to be 100% honest, even if it does hurt your feelings, because I'm not going to hold anything back here. So, that out of the way. What I'm seeing here is your person is appearing here as the moth, and you are appearing as the beaver. And as soon as I saw the moth card, I think somebody that flies to the brightest light. You know, moths are attracted to light, but they flit around. They're not super serious about things. And moths even, they only live like 30 days or something very short like that. So immediately the first idea that I got about what kind of person this is someone who flits around from partner to partner, not looking for anything serious. They have a very short attention span, and basically whoever the brightest light in the room is, they go to that. And what I'm thinking here is, at one point in time, you were that bright light. They flitted over to you, they were drawn to you, they were super excited to explore and all that, but they were very non-committal, and then suddenly they flitted on to the next bright light. Meanwhile, I'm seeing you here as the beaver card. The beaver is someone that builds a home over a very long period of time. They're very dedicated, they're very diligent. The beaver is somebody who is looking for very strong long-term commitments. They very much value strong connection and family. I mean, you see the dedication that these small animals have to basically chop down trees with their teeth and then build these giant homes where their entire family and families long after them can live there. Meanwhile, the moth is just flitting around to all these different lights. So immediately the first thing I'm getting here is there's a lack of compatibility here when it comes to long-term goals. And what each of you want out of a relationship. I think in the beginning, maybe there was a lot of attraction here, maybe there was, physical compatibility, but as time went on, as that, first infatuation stage started to fade, the moth started to move on to other things. And now when I'm looking at these 4 cards here about how each of you are feeling about each other, how you're viewing the situation, your person, this moth person, is really happy, confident. They're not taking things very seriously. I don't think that they were as emotionally invested as you were. I think they were just interested in seeing, oh, what's over here? Oh, okay, I'm done with that one. Let me move on to another one. I don't think that there's anything bad about this person or bad about people that want this sort of thing, but what it comes down to is you both wanted very different things. You weren't on the same page about it, and you ended up getting your feelings hurt. Because now what I'm seeing on your side about how you're feeling about things, you have the ghost card and the space card, and that makes me think maybe this person ghosted you, maybe they just stopped replying, maybe they just, you stopped seeing them around, come to find out that they're with someone else, or they've just like fully moved on to something else, and you're just feeling the absence of this space here. I almost got this thought, like this beaver that was building this beautiful dam to have this home for their new partner and their family, but then the person never shows up, and the beaver is just waiting there in front of this dam that it built, like, I just did all this hard work for you, and you're not even showing up here for me. So that's what I have to say about the first part. It does seem like the two of you just wanted very different things. I don't see any ill will on their side. I don't think that they were intending to hurt you. I almost want to say like they were kind of empty-headed here, especially when it comes to relationships. This is somebody that likes to flirt. This is somebody that enjoys the infatuation stage. This is somebody that, likes to have fun, doesn't want anything serious. I mean, especially with your side being so upset, but then I see their cards are like happiness and confidence. They don't see how deeply this affects other people because they're not like you. They don't understand your point of view because they don't have those kinds of strong feelings. They're the party person. They're the person that flits around to all these different lights and doesn't look back. So I know that that's not what you want to hear, but I hope that this can help you kind of move on from this person. If you have been really questioning, how do they feel about me? Why, I didn't get any closure from this situation. I'm feeling really hurt about it. The truth is that this is just the kind of person that they are. It's nothing wrong about you. It's not, even if there was a light as bright as the sun, after 3 months they would still turn around and go look for another light because that's just who they are. They don't want to be tied down. It doesn't mean that you're not beautiful. It doesn't mean you don't have a lot to offer. And I need you to not turn the knife towards yourself because a lot of people do this, especially after a breakup, especially after a situationship ends. They start immediately questioning their worth. What's wrong with me? Insecurities start flaring up about looks or what you have to offer. And the truth is, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with what their priorities were, what they're looking for. The juiciest, most perfect burger in the world isn't going to do anything for a vegan. But for other people, they're like, oh my God, this is the greatest burger in the world. This is what I've always wanted. Maybe this person just wasn't craving a burger. It has nothing to do with your worth. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing inherently bad with you. And I just need you to hear that right now because I feel like you've been really hurt by this sudden distance, by this ghosting that went on, suddenly wondering, why did this person disappear on me? And I do see how much you have to offer. With you showing up as the beaver card, this is somebody that is extremely dedicated, willing to be very committed, willing to literally build a life and a home for the person they love. This just wasn't that person. And so, to kind of end this off, I want to show you what are their intentions towards you, just so you have the full picture, even though it's going to be kind of the same thing that I reiterated previously. With the tarot down here, you have the Four of Cups, which I almost see as once things are over for them, they're no longer interested. So if you did try to keep reaching out, if you keep trying to keep talk to them, it's only going to push them away more. I mean, if I show you this card, you see this cloud is handing them these cups, but they're just sitting here under the tree, arms crossed, eyes closed. It's like that chapter for them is done. They no longer, this is going to sound harsh, they no longer want anything to do with you. And like I said, I really don't want to hurt your feelings here. I am just being 100% honest because I want you to know how this person feels so that you can move on, you can have the full picture. I'm not going to give you any false hope oh, this person is going to turn around, they're going to change their mind. I don't see that here. But like I said, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with what they're looking for. I even want to show you this card again. You see how there's these other empty 3 cups? You're not the first person that has felt this way about this person. I think with these 3 cups, it's almost representing to me people that they have previously done this to as well, who ended up turning into empty cups. It's like they gave this person everything that they had inside, only to be cast aside. And now you're another one that, tried getting close to this person, only to lose it all. And now you feel horrible. And with the Death card reversed, I think this is just a further iteration that nothing about this person is going to change. This is who they are at this point in time. I know that there's going to be those people, maybe even you, that's like, well, maybe I can change them. Maybe if I just dressed differently, maybe if I acted differently, it would keep their attention longer. It's just who they are. They're a moth to a flame, and as soon as another flame sparks up, they're going away. And I don't see anything changing about this person. So if you were thinking that you wanted to keep reaching out to this person, trying to make it work, or trying to get their attention, it's better for you to just move on. Because at this point, holding on to it is only going to make you feel worse, and they're not going to come back. Or if they do, they're just going to leave right away again, and you're going to feel 10 times worse than if you were just able to pick yourself up and move on. Sorry. And with the Page of Cups, this person is appearing as a very immature. I don't even really want to say immature. It just, when it comes to love and relationships, they don't want the same level of commitment or seriousness that you're looking for. And I think if you were to be with this person long term, you would see just how incompatible you are, just how much you would be unhappy if things were to continue with them. Because obviously in that first infatuation stage, especially if this person was very gorgeous, very confident, very enigmatic, is that how you pronounce that? Just, the life of the party. Everybody wanted them, everybody wanted to be with them. After all that were to fade and time were to go on, you'd realize, oh, this person's kind of lame. Like, their personality, it doesn't really mesh with mine. They don't have the same kind of values. They don't want the same thing out of life. Maybe, like, career-wise, they aren't really looking for anything serious. And then you realize, oh, this person just had all these things that made them seem like this hot commodity. But in reality, they're beneath me, is basically how you'd feel if you were to stay with them longer term. So it's almost like you dodged a bullet here, because I see with the Beaver card, you have so much to offer. You have so much to offer when it comes to stability and commitment and what you're willing to do for your partner and for your family. And this person, it would be wasted on them. And finally, with the Four of Swords, I think this connection is fully over for this person. They're no longer interested. They've moved on. If you know anything about tarot, the Four of Swords is like, there's a finality to it. It's like, you literally see a tomb here. They don't have any more intentions towards you. And like I said at the beginning, I don't want this to hurt anybody. I know it is going to hurt, but I hope that you can walk away from this feeling like you got closure from it, because I feel like you didn't get closure from this person, especially with the Ghost card and the Space card. I feel like you were really wondering why this person was suddenly gone from your life, why they suddenly left. I hope that this reading can give you that, and that you can hopefully at least know that, like I said, it has nothing to do with you or your worth or what you have to offer. This person was just looking for something different. And they're going to continue to do this to other people. And if you can realize that they truly were beneath you and weren't what you were truly looking for, I think that that can give you the closure that you're looking for. And even like the bottom of the deck card that I saw when I was first getting these cards out is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Like, they couldn't offer you anything other than their looks and their personality. But their personality wasn't really all that, because it was more like life of the party. And I'm not dogging on this person because they're like a bad person. I more say this because you guys wanted completely different things, and I'm trying to show you like just how little they had to offer you, so that you can at least feel like, you know what, I did dodge a bullet. I am feeling better about this. I have the closure I need. So, pile one, I hope that this gives you the clarity that you needed on this situation. If you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe and stick around, because I do post about twice a week, so if you enjoy what I do, you like my readings, there you go. But yeah, that's everything that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Alright, pile two. If you chose the Fish card, then this is going to be the reading for you. Now, I immediately have to say that your reading is very interesting to me, and even now I'm like trying to figure it out. I feel like there is a lot of energy around me right now, and I don't know how to explain it to you. in the way that I don't know how to put it into words, but only to say that I think that this is a very strongly charged spiritual connection between you and this person. I do think that this has this is a romantic connection of some kind, though it doesn't have to be. I more so get the strong spiritual significance that this relationship has. So like maybe it started off as like a romantic connection, maybe that's what connects you guys physically, but there is this strong spiritual pull. I think that this was a very important relationship that needed to come to pass for both of you to teach you something. I'm also getting the word twin flame coming to mind. That doesn't necessarily mean that everyone watching this video and resonating with this pile is in a twin flame relationship with this person, because this is a general reading. I'm not meant to diagnose things here, but that is the kind of vibe that I get from this energy. Starting off, this person could be older than you. Also, what's appearing to me in my mind is like a tanned or darker skinned man that might be older than you. That doesn't necessarily need to be your person. I just felt like shouting that out. Maybe that is for some of you or the majority of you, but if that doesn't resonate, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is somebody who is very in tune with spirituality. I'm even getting the word like guru coming to me. Maybe that's how you met this person at like some sort of spiritual convention or meeting, or like maybe you go to this yoga studio and there's this person that like leads meditations. I almost got the words like they took you under their wing. I think that there was a very strong connection between the two of you, and with the unicorn card, I think that you are also somebody that has a very strong spiritual connection. It might not have always been connected to the same sort of beliefs that you have now. I think that your spiritual beliefs are changing and evolving and growing as time goes on, but you might have been raised in a more traditional family, maybe raised with parents that were atheists, or maybe they were Christians, or maybe they were devout to a certain type of organized religion, but you've broken out of that in some way, and you're on your own spiritual path right now. And this person is one of those people that is meant to teach you and guide you along the way. But I do have to warn you, I don't think that this is a long-term connection. I think I'm also getting like pain in my like left side, like, I don't really know. I don't know exactly where in my anatomy, but like, I don't know, maybe that's significant for some of you. Sorry, like processing, getting back to it. I don't think that this is going to be a long-term commitment between you and this person. I think that they have a lot to offer you and teach you right now, but I want you to be wary about all these ideas and daydreams and ideation that they give to you, because I think that this person is all about like the adrenaline rush and, oh, what if this happens and we can go here and we can explore this, but there's not a strong backing behind all of their ideas. So there's this warning here to don't just wear rose-colored glasses and let this person completely derail your life. Because I think especially if you're younger and they're older, there could be this strong infatuation, maybe even a power dynamic imbalance between the two of you. And it could lead you to think that this person is smarter than they are. It could lead you to think that they are this super spiritually significant being. And with this power dynamic, you could be led astray from the path of safety. I feel like I need to warn you about that. That being said, I don't think it's like this person has bad intentions, or at least not for all of you. But let's just say that they're a little detached from their humanity. Sometimes that can happen when somebody is very into spirituality. I even used to be like this a bit. You kind of forget that you're still here to live a human experience. You still are a human being. It's all about this like transcendence and like remembering who you are, but you forget your soul came here for a reason. Your soul came here to experience the human life. And when you start to neglect your needs or live too high up in the clouds, when reality comes crashing back down on you, you can get hurt. And I think this person can distract you from your humanity a little bit because they are so transcendent high up in the clouds. They might even forget to take care of you or your needs. They might forget that you're still a human being with emotional and physical needs because they're all about like with the abundance and the ideation card on their side, I see them very much in the clouds about like, oh, we could do this and we could do this. We could go on this like yoga retreat to Bali, only to then like accidentally leave you behind, or you have no money and then suddenly you're left in a country where you don't know anybody, you don't speak the language. That is a very wild scenario, but that's the kind of thing that you need to watch out for, because obviously with the hawk card, this person is high up in the clouds. So that is all over the place, and I'm going to say I'm feeling a lot of spiritual, like significant energy, and I want to get away from it as fast as possible, so I'm going to try to get through your reading as coherently as possible. This person does have a strong energetic influence, and I definitely think that that is something that you are very drawn to. But with the fear card and the illumination card on your side, I think that you do have you have a sense of fear over this connection, and I think that that is a gut instinct telling you to be wary of this person. Like I said, I don't think that they necessarily have negative intentions to hurt you, but maybe like accidentally being neglectful, especially if you're younger, especially if you're in a situation where your safety is dependent on this person. Listen to your instincts, listen to your gut. Don't become so dedicated to this person that you run off with them. Especially with the illumination card, I feel like this illumination can almost blind you and make you forget about these fears, can make you not listen to your gut instincts, because you're having all these revelations about spirituality and your intuition and yourself and life and lessons. You're being introduced to your spirit guides on a deeper level, and this person is helping you orchestrate all that, and therefore it makes you feel like you have this super strong bond to this person, and this person has a larger than life energy, but you still need to listen to your human instincts if something doesn't feel right. Because if you get too drawn off the path, if you get too isolated from friends, if you're in a place where you're not, physically safe, something bad could happen to you. And I need you to hear that. Obviously, it's going to be different for everyone. Maybe this is just some person that you met in your hometown, you are in a safe area. But for some of you, maybe this is somebody that talks about let's move to New York, let's go across the country. If you pack up your bags and go with them, you might end up being left somewhere in the heat of the moment when all those strong emotions die down and suddenly they run off and you realize they didn't care about your safety as deeply as they should have. And with the ideation card and the abundance card on their side, they have all these fantastical ideas about spiritual growth, monetary growth, physical growth, making sure that they live the biggest, brightest possible life possible. But still, they are human. When they encounter negative emotions, I feel like they get the need to run away from them. And like I'm saying, if you guys went on the road and decided to do this road trip across the country to New York, this is just a scenario, maybe they get a flat tire along the way, or maybe you two get pissed off at each other, so they leave you at a rest stop in Texas, and suddenly you're on your own in this area you don't know. That is the kind of energy I get from them. It's like all's good and well until reality comes crashing back down, and then you need to kind of worry. That being said, I do think that you can learn very important lessons from them. I think that you are meant to meet this person for a reason. There are lessons and knowledge that you're meant to gain from this person, but there's definitely this warning. When your head is up in the clouds, don't forget to still look down. Don't forget to still reconnect to your body and your humanity, and don't get too lost in the sauce. Don't get too lost in the sauce. So finally, moving on to their intentions. Like I said, I don't think that they have necessarily bad intentions, but I was very alarmed when these two cards came out here, the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed, because I was getting all these great cards, and then you have the fear card, and I'm like, what's going on here? There's something iffy going on here. Because my first thought is oh, spiritually significant, you guys are learning a lot from each other, you have a very strong bond, but very, very strong bonds can turn into codependence. And if you're codependent on somebody that you shouldn't be, things can get dicey. So, what are their intentions with you? Well, with the Hierophant reversed, I think that they see that you were raised in a way that was, like I said, maybe you were raised with organized religion, And they want to help you dismantle all these ideas that aren't really benefiting your current life. They want you to learn everything about their spiritual beliefs. They want to take you on this beautiful spiritual path. They want you to grow and take you away from this kind of social structure that you were brought up with, which I think is a good thing because I don't think that's something that benefits you. I think that that's something that you want to move away from on your own. And my personal beliefs is whatever you rock with, stick with it. If you enjoy it, do it. So I'm not saying any one religion is bad or wrong, or one is true, one is not. But I do get a sense that you want to unlearn everything that you were raised with. And this person being like a guru, quote unquote guru to you, or a guide to you, puts them in a position of power over you. And I think they also enjoy that, whether or not they realize it. They like being the one to guide and to teach. But like I said, there is a power dynamic there. So you are meant to learn a lot. This is going to push you further down your path. And with the Six of Cups, there is this kind of sweet intentioned feeling, like they think that they have sweet intentions, that they're guiding you. But it's really giving like older man, younger woman. Not necessarily that that's your dynamic, but that is the power dynamic energy that I'm feeling, that this person has power over you, which is very weird, especially if this is also a romantic connection. You're definitely getting this warning sign from your guides to kind of take a step back and see the full picture of what's going on here and see where this is leading you, because if you get too lost in the sauce, like I said, you could be led in a bad direction. You could get physically hurt or just emotionally hurt, which doesn't feel good either. But especially if this is somebody who's older than you, has power over you, and has the ability to like take you out of the country or take you to the other side of wherever you live, just be wary. And I think you both have very strong positive feelings for each other, and those are easy to get caught up in. And like I said, it's not like they have negative intentions towards you. It's that I don't think you fully know this person yet. And you do need to be wary about what could happen if you were to be in situations like that, where there is a codependency here with someone you don't really know all that deeply. Maybe in a spiritual sense, maybe you guys have really deep talks, and it gives you this false sense of safety and connection that isn't as strong as it actually is. So yeah, there's just this very strong warning here to be very careful in this connection. Don't get too swept up in it, especially if they talk about like, let's run away together, let's leave this town behind, which sounds fun. It's fun to explore and have cool experiences like that. But if they're taking you away from everyone that you know, even if like say like you don't have the most positive relationship with your family, being disconnected physically from people that can keep you safe, people that you do know, being completely on your own and reliant on one person that you don't know that deeply can be dangerous. Even if they don't have bad intentions, still, please watch out if this is your scenario. And then with the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed, this is what kind of set off those alarm bells that this isn't, they aren't all that they're cracked up to be. It's like if you have this idea in your mind that they're going to lead you on this beautiful journey and they're like holier than thou, and you have all these fantastical ideas about what they can bring you, what they can teach you, come back down to earth a little bit and realize that this is still a human being having a human experience. Maybe they know a little bit more than you, maybe they're a little bit more confident than you, and so you think that they're this super wise teacher. They've still only ever lived this life. So just remind yourself that they are still human. They're not above you just because they're older or they know more. You both are equal. Don't let this power dynamic take hold of you and put you in situations that you don't feel safe in. And with the Page of Pentacles reversed, there's even more of a warning here about they might not have your safety at the forefront of their mind. Not that they want to physically hurt you, but they might accidentally put you in situations where you could get physically hurt. So yeah, that is what I have to say. This is going to be a very specific reading for a very specific set of people. If you feel like this resonates with you, then of course take everything with a grain of salt. It doesn't mean that you need to up and leave this person and like run away and be super afraid of like people and traveling and stuff like that. Just to have this in your mind somewhere, have that little alarm bell that goes off. Don't silence it if your gut is telling you something, and just see the whole picture of things. Don't get too absorbed, or like I said, don't get lost in the sauce. If you're feeling all these strong emotions, if you're feeling all this spiritual energy around you, don't forget to take a step back and say, am I doing something that's going to get me hurt? Am I doing this in the safest way possible? Am I going to be taken advantage of? Am I being manipulated here? These are all things that I would want you to ask yourself if this does sound like your situation. So, pile 2, that is everything that I have to say for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this brings you clarity, and, if this resonated with you, of course, take it with a grain of salt, but also always listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel safe, reach out to those that you know will care about you, that will keep you safe. But yeah, that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Alright, pile 3. If you chose the owl card, then this is going to be the reading for you. And right away, I just want to say it's very interesting that the owl card actually came back up for you, because I did put it back into the deck, and then I did the first 2 readings, of course, and then yours, and then you had the owl card coming out again. So I think your person very much embodies this energy. And with you showing up as the dragon card, I think the both of you are very old souls, and you recognize a depth in one another. I feel like when you look in each other's eyes, there's almost this recognition that the two of you are the same on some level. Whether you consciously know it or not, there's a very deep energy here. I mean, when you think of like the owl or the dragon as archetypes, the owl is very wise, and when you look at them, they're looking at things head on. They don't stray away from things. They don't hide, they don't play games. They're looking at you straight on, they understand you, they want to know you, they want to speak to you, they want to get to know you on a deep level. And with the dragon, you see it's just an eye that is taking up this entire thing. You do the exact same thing. You don't stray away from eye contact. You want to face them head on, and there's almost this competition between the two of you. There's this level of recognition and respect between the two of you, and this kind of, it's weird to say like romantic passion, because I don't get a very strong romantic passion. I think that there is a level of strong attraction here that may be confused for romantic attraction, but more than anything, I think that this connection that you're feeling and this attraction towards one another is more of like an energetic or spiritual, where you see the depth in one another and you mirror one another on a very deep level. And I don't know how to put it into words very well, but I think if this resonates with you, if you understand what I'm saying, you know. I don't need to explain it to you. You know this feeling because you've felt it. You know this connection that you have when you look into this person's eyes. You see this depth, but I almost feel like there's almost a challenge here. There's this energy of challenge or competition between the two of you that maybe leads to this excitement and this attraction. But that being said, I don't know that this is necessarily going to transpire into a strong romantic relationship. And the reason that I see that here is because on their side, how they're feeling about you, you have growth and ghost, but then on your side, you have stop and intuition. And what this leads me to believe is this person definitely wanted to see where things were going with you. I don't think that they get hurt very easily over romantic connections, though. If things fall apart or things break up, they bounce back very easily. Things don't hurt them in their core, in their soul. Things do kind of hurt you deeper than them, though. Maybe not as deep as everyone. It could be different for everyone. This is a general reading. But I see that they take things in stride. They don't get hurt over anything very easily, but you don't quite trust them. And I think you put a stop to things, and suddenly they feel ghosted. So maybe you cut off contact with this person, maybe you just stopped talking to them or stopped seeing them. And I think that this came from an intuitive place. Maybe you even practiced divination yourself and you pulled cards for them. Maybe you asked the pendulum. Maybe you asked somebody that you know that reads tarot cards or something like that. Or maybe it's videos like these that you keep seeing that told you not to trust this person, and intuitively you knew that this person was trouble. There's this very strong attraction to one another. There's this kind of challenge that sparks and like makes you feel fiery and makes them feel it too, and that's what makes you think that there's this strong attraction here. but your gut and your intuition are telling you something about this person isn't trustworthy. And I think that that's because you value deeper romantic relationships. And this person is very finicky. I even get the energy like maybe they're a cheater, like they've cheated on people in the past, or you know them to be a bit of a player. And even though there's this strong recognition, these strong feelings, and this deeper connection than maybe they've had with anyone else, you're still wary that they could cheat on you, that they might go back to those player ways, and maybe that's why you put a stop to things. So with what I see their intentions with you, while there is this deep recognition and connection within them, I don't know that they use their intuition or divination as much. Like, I don't think that they see the full picture like you do. Like, obviously you have these readings and things that let you know how this person is feeling, what to do in these situations. For them, they just get this deep sense of attraction to you that they can't quite explain. I think that maybe this person is spiritual in some way. They do have beliefs about the universe or their god of choice. Though I don't know that they practice divination. So they're a little bit in the dark about why they've been ghosted. But I think that they have this level of like, acceptance to it, where they're like, okay, I'm not going to play hard to get. But with their intentions towards you, it seems that they do have this strong attraction and drive to get to know you. They feel drawn to you like a moth to a flame, and they can't quite explain it because, like I said, with the owl and the dragon, the two of you lock eyes and there's this kind of challenging energy. It just feels like very charged. It's a very charged connection. I don't know how to explain it, except that if you felt it, you know what I'm talking about. And this leads this person to want to keep coming back. They're drawn to you like a moth to a flame and they can't really explain why. But they know that they really love talking to you. The Queen of Swords, there's this intellect that the both of you have. I think that you guys have really great conversations, really great banter, but it's not superficial. It feels deeper. It feels like they want to get to know you. They want to know how your brain works, and they want to speak to you on a deep level because no one understands them the way that you do. And they really have a great respect for you. But that being said, a person can have all this intellect, all this knowledge, all this, spiritual depth. They can be an old soul, but they're still living in a human body, and their human body has human urges. And I think you are right to not trust them, and not want a deeper romantic relationship with this person, because with the Seven of Swords, this is all about trickery, going behind someone's back. If you are wary of them being a player or cheating on you, you are right to do so, because I see this energy here. And with the Two of Pentacles reversed, even though they have this strong attraction, desire to talk to you, to get to know you, they're still going to be juggling multiple people. They still don't want to be tied down. They don't want commitment. The two of you just have this strong recognition when you look at one another that really seems like, I understand you. Like, you can't put it into words, but there's this knowing that the two of you are the same. The two of you have this depth. The two of you are very old souls who recognize one another. And that's why this person is so drawn to you. That's why they want to talk to you. That's why they want to speak to you and have this banter back and forth and these intellectual conversations. And that's why they have this growth card for how they feel about you, is they wanted to get to know you more. They just are drawn to your energy very strongly. But, as wise as the owl is, it's still here on the earthly plane versus the dragon is high up. It's much more spiritual. You can see deeper than them. Even though the two of you are gazing into each other's eyes, you haven't revealed both eyes. And that's almost to me like they don't completely see you. They gaze into your eyes and they have this strong connection, these strong feelings, this depth of emotion. But you are the one that sees everything. You are the one that sees them for their full picture. And especially with this intuition card, which, again, like I said, leads me to believe that you do divination, or at least you have listened to readings about this person. You see the full picture about who they are. You know that, as deep and as much as you enjoy these intellectual conversations with them, you can't fully trust them, and you are right not to. So I'm just giving you that right here, right now. Like, if you were questioning, like, am I right? Are they gonna cheat? Should I trust this person? You are 100% right. Trust your intuition. This person is very interested in you. They're very interested in talking to you, even though they can't quite understand why they're so drawn to you. but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're willing to settle down. That doesn't mean that they're looking for commitment. If anything, I think this is a kind of person that, you know, as deep as they are, they like to have lots of people to sleep with. They like to explore lots of different connections. I think that you were different to them in a way because there was an intellectual depth to you, and they liked talking to you, not just like sleeping with you or getting to flirt with you or whatever. But that being said, I don't think that they're going to stop their player ways. So hopefully that gives you the clarity that you need on this situation. I hope you enjoyed your reading. That's about everything that I have for you. Yeah. All I have to say is your intuition is spot on. I feel like none of this that I said here is new to you. I think that you're very in tune with your intuition psychically. You feel the energies and you understand what's going on. And you see the full picture here. And you're right. You know, I think you just needed this like extra confirmation just to tell you your intuition's right. But nothing I told you here is new to you. So yeah, that's everything that I have to say. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, feel free to subscribe and stick around because I do post about twice a week. Or just leave it a like, which supports me a ton. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.